Hey everyone, finish watching the next episode of Los Luchadores, Anxiety Attacks. The mayor introduces Maria to the visiting Princess Sophia, who was thinking about funding the construction of a museum in Union City. Maria hits on her. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on.
Well, you know, Chica, I'm always down with teaching a little Body Slam 101 if you want to learn sometime.
How else am I supposed to take that rather than as an innuendo? Princess Sophia's bodyguard, wet blankets, everything Maria offers to Sophia's annoyance. Meanwhile, elsewhere, a trio of dwarfs and luchador masks and sci-fi helmets free a bunch of people from a jail by apparently freezing time. Also, they pants the frozen guards. The theme plays here, and bizarrely, it's completely different than usual. It's only music, no lyrics. It's not an instrumental, it's new music. It kind of reminds me of the Ninja Turtles and X-Mutation instrumental music. I don't know if this is something changed for the Italian version, the source for all the episodes I'm watching are Italian DVD rips, or if this was something Fox Kids tried. Lobo and Turbine go to see the mayor, and Lobo is wearing a red version of his usual blue shirt. Weird. An aide tells them the princess is missing. Lobo and Turbine talk to her bodyguard. After their talk, Turbine sees someone stuck a kick me sign to his back. The three dwarves from before see and laugh to themselves. Suddenly, a spout of green slime erupts from the ground. Elsewhere, we see the princess playing arcade games. Some bullies try to pick a fight with her, but Maria fights them off. Lobo and Turbine talk things over with Laurent and learn that several weird things have been happening lately. Maria calls and tells them the princess is with her. Lobo tells Maria the princess has an appointment at the city hall soon. Maria says she'll get her there. Their call is abruptly cut off. A news reporter is covering a massive citywide communications failure, and underground we see one of the dwarves giggling maniacally. Three more come in and plop down on a couch, setting off a bunch of whoopee cushions. They all laugh and point to a device. It has an arrow slowly entering a segment labeled Anxiety, and at the far end is Doom. A swirling vortex opens in the sky, and I'm getting a bit overwhelmed by everything going on. This is a pretty involved plot for a goofy show about luchadors fighting aliens and evil chihuahuas. Lobo and Laurent deduce that the prank-like crime wave is related to mischievous little people. Lobo and Turbine head out to protect the princess. Princess Sophia is being presented with a medallion by the mayor. The dwarves freeze time and steal it, replacing it with a pie. They unfreeze time, causing the mayor to put the pie in the princess's face. The princess doesn't seem to mind. Turbine looks around and spots the dwarves. They ride away on motorcycles. Turbine chases. They freeze Turbine, and Lobo takes him back to Laurent. They put a device on Turbine's head that allows him to communicate despite being frozen. I guess they just had that on hand for some reason. Laurent tracks the vortex and theorizes chaos is what causes it to grow. A lot of assumptions this episode, but whatever, it's pretty fun. Lobo addresses the city, insisting everyone stay calm. The dwarves are watching their device, and they're horrified to see the needle go down. They freeze time and kidnap Lobo. Luckily, the reporter from earlier sees where they go. She follows and discovers the dwarves' lair. She overhears their plan, which is to have the vortex destroy the city so they can rebuild it as Chaopolis, a city of total chaos. Lobo suddenly reveals he wasn't actually frozen because he had on a time freeze shield. Okay, I guess he had that on hand? Laurent sends Lobo his own time freeze ability through his wrist communicator. Sure. He slows down the dwarves, and they then reveal they can all combine into a single giant. Lobo battles the giant, and the reporter broadcasts the fight. Lobo defeats the giant, and it separates back into four dwarves. They then turn into purple slime and disappear. Alright. The next day, the princess tells the mayor she will build her museum here. Oh yeah, Turbine is still frozen. Laurent and Lobo finally figure out how to unfreeze him. This was easily the craziest episode so far. Stuff just happens non-stop, and in the end, we barely get any explanation. Who were the dwarves? Why did they want to spread chaos? Why were Lobo and Laurent so well prepared for all this? Why was the princess here? I'm thinking this episode may have been multiple plots stitched together, or a convoluted rewrite. Chaos is certainly the theme here, but the episode was fun. I can't complain. It's a bit of an overload if you're not prepared. I definitely wouldn't recommend this one as the first episode someone check out. There's a lot of little weird things in this episode. The opening theme, Lobo's red shirt, and in crowd shots, we see a bunch of random luchadors scattered throughout. Maybe this was partially a pilot that got worked into the series. Maria gets a big part here, but she's separate from most of the action. She does get to fight some random bullies at least. The dwarves get away, and I hope they come back. They're fun, and we don't learn enough about who they are. They like playing pranks of all kinds, in addition to causing genuine chaos. Laurent and Lobo surmise that they're magic. Are they, or are they another group of aliens? Some stuff never gets any explanation, like the green slime exploding from underground. What was that? The princess's bodyguard is set up as a potential antagonist, but then ends up just being a guy. A buzzkill kind of a guy, but still just a guy. His name was Rupert, according to the end credits, and he was played by Christopher Gaze. He's had a long career in acting, going back to the 70s. He's had a lot of roles, but the most interesting to me is his voice roles. He was Dragon Lord in Ninja Turtles and X Mutation, the diagnostics drone from Transformers Beast Machines, and Sea Spray in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. There's quite a few actors in Los Luchadores that have had roles in My Little Pony at one point or another. The princess was played by Lena Teal. She has quite a few interesting roles. One of her best known is probably Rain of the second and third Blood Rain movies. She appeared in a few other Uva Bowl movies, which are considered infamously bad. She's still acting in movies and TV today. Well, that was absolutely nuts. I'd love to know what people thought back when this episode first aired. That's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
Pie. Little people! Little people! Pie. 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 Pie.